All right. It's weird that there's no music at all or no audio. It's kind of difficult to play against or play to. Let's see if I get this going here. No, there's no audio. Johan! Hey guys! Thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and here. So we go to that. Am I getting any audio? Not sure. Can you guys hear me okay? Welcome back to Sin's Arcade. Welcome back to our Caturday chill stream in City Skylines on PlayStation 4. Christy, the Excellent, Johan Sandberg. So far everybody's here. It's getting riled up. This is episode 20. You can hear me and you can hear the game too, the game audio. I don't even have the game audio. Let's roll a link for it. Let me see if I can get something. Come on. Hold on just a second, guys. There we go. Hopefully that didn't interrupt at all. Let's see. This needs to go to here, maybe? Oh, that's really loud. Let's turn that down to about there. Okay, so everything is good. Yeah, game audio. You guys can hear everything else. That's good on that side. Excellent. Alright guys, thank you so much. Welcome back to our Caturday stream, and welcome back to Hydra City. We were just getting a cinematic view of Hydra City. When we last left off last week, we were working on the Real Crafters Harbor. However, before I get to that, I'd like to point out, if I can get it to sync back up here. There we go. Mouse to... Go. Come on, mouse. You can do it. I believe in you. And you won't let me... Now you won't let me go down. Ah! I had the mouse and keyboard connected to it earlier. My USB mouse and keyboard connected to the PlayStation 4. Either way, I was going to show that off. That's not going to work the way I was hoping for. Now, I did a little bit of work off camera. I'd like to... just want to point that out. I did move the warehouses that were over here, and we finally did get the other parking lots that they were supposed to update last week. We finally got those on the PlayStation 4 this last week. So when they had dropped the free update, sound is good. Video feels like the bitrate is on the lower side. Actually, the bitrate is considerably higher than recommended. So it says it's currently at 19,775.4 kilobits per second. But I find that whenever I set it higher than what it's supposed to be, because it's set to about 20,000, I get like no drop frames really. There's almost no frames missing due to rendering lag and 0 drop frames from the network. So for whatever reason, this seems to be one of the sweeter spots for consistency in quality. And it just, so if you're having an issue with the stream bitrate on your side, that is probably your internet connection or the signal derivation accordingly. I did connect and build up this a little bit into a small park area to kind of feed into the city arch here, because this parking lot and this little all this was just not adequate enough. So I decided to build into that, and that builds into a park that we built over here as well. I did move both of those two warehouses this far over. Weird, because there are bitrate artifacts. The last time there were none. Really, that is interesting. Yeah, I'm getting 0 drop frames. And out of 451,000 overall frames to rendering lag, I've only dropped 4. So 0% technically. I'm not seeing what you're seeing on your side. I apologize. Maybe it's the PlayStation no, it's not upscaling at all. The Elgato has the card or the video rendering out at 1080 progressive 59, so basically 1080 60. But it's showing a straight 60 megabits per second on the source itself, directly from overall. Yeah, that's what I'm showing on my side. Huh, interesting. I did add in some additional corn and pears and oranges and wheat, because these overall over here, these livestock yards were not they weren't getting enough of the thing. So then I went and decided to put in and build in some more. What the hell's up with parking on that job? That's crazy. All right, and technically we don't need one of these anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this one. Man, that's still a wonky park job. In fact, we could probably throw in another field over here. Let's do that. Small crop field. We'll go medium crop field, large crop field. Oh, that's massive. Okay. Small fruit field. Do we have enough fruit? We need more fruit. Go ahead and throw that down. What is this one? This is going to be it's oranges. And then we'll do apples. Yeah. I did add in some additional fencing over here as well. That's weird because the motion definitely has some artifacts. At this point, I say this issue is probably YouTube. Most likely. I mean, let's be realistic and honest, right? It probably is. So that's basically here. Then I added some additional barracks. I did do a lot of this stuff a little bit off camera, but just to clean it up a little bit. And then we added some dense industrial, along with some light residential in, and some more commercial to kind of fill out the demand in this area, because I'm trying to see if this area, which we're gonna have to name here, because Highland District only covers. Wait, what does Highland District cover? Actually, hold on a second. Let's see here. Let us find out, shall we? So the whole thing is Highland District. Oh no, Highland District is, just this. That's why. Alright. Well, that means we could technically make this a district itself. Although I think it's all part of Radish Ranch. Isn't it? I think these are separate. Well, we need to add some more stuff for Real Crafters Harbor anyway. Is it really that far behind? What's going on? Can you guys hear me okay? I just dropped down to 1 concurrent viewer. Is it just me? Am I the only person? Did I just get a chat bubble or a weird bubble? What the what? What the deuce? What is going on? Alright, I'm not entirely sure. And yes, by the way, I did put on closed captioning so that you can still capture and follow along in case you need to utilize that. So YouTube is saying the live latency is 26.5 seconds. Let me just confirm on my side. So I did put it to normal latency, not low or ultra low purposefully. I didn't want it to be overkill. And it's showing me stream status is excellent. So they want me to run a stream bitrate of only 4,500 kilobits a second. But whenever I do that, I drop frames like there's no tomorrow. It's kind of annoying. Alright, so let us take a look here, because I'm not entirely sure. We added these warehouses in for the Roadcrafters Harbor, and right now this is 3% full here, 0% full here. We're just wasting money on that warehouse. I mean, we're making money overall, right? But we're just wasting some money there. Did we even add in the fish market, right? Yeah. So the fish market, this fish market is fish sold 60 last week, 19 of 33 workers. There's not enough workers here. Yeah, 45, exactly. 4,500 kilobits a second would have a lot of issues. I don't understand what YouTube is doing. It is so weird sometimes. So I'm following along with all the tests. That's why I do so many tests. And I mean, I know that might be annoying to some people. I don't mean it to be annoying. I'm just trying to give you guys the best overall quality. And I don't exactly have a giant team working, you know, to help me build all that up. So I have to do all that, you know, whenever I get the chance and the opportunity to do so. Let's go here. Because these are all residential. I'm sure these are all residential. Yeah. Wow, read its maximum value already? Why? Or how? I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just curious. Alright, so this is a 3 and 3 lane with bicycle. We could probably go to a small lane here. 4 lane with decorative trees and bicycle. Let's do a curve. So I'm trying to get it to curve around and maybe reconnect over here, and then I can do some smaller residential areas out here, suburb type of style. I can talk today. Oh, I can't. Grab them, put all these back on. Put it again. Okay, let's go back to straight, drag that out to right here, go back to curved, come back out here, and then, yeah, I like that. That's perfect. Perfect. Unfortunately, I don't have the move it tool to move this in and drag this in, but I did actually put in one of these birthday parks. Now, the really cool thing about this, I didn't actually get to show this off last time. It's currently showing 14 to 15,000 kilobits a second, and that's after YouTube compression. That's not too shabby. So, I mean, it's 4 times, essentially, or almost 5 times, essentially, the overkill that they want, right? So that's something to consider. So, this is the birthday park. I'm not sure if a lot of people know or not, but City Skylines did celebrate its 8th birthday not too long ago. So, here we are going into the birthday park asset that they added in for free. Everybody who has the base game has access to this birthday park. Unfortunately, I only have access to the low resolution version that they added inside of the PlayStation. But the benefit of being able to walk on the ground and not just fly over the top of it. These are probably higher resolution if you can fly over closer. But what it shows, if I can zoom out here, it might actually be a little easier to read. I know it's ironically, right? But these are all of the different expansions and in their timeline of when they were released. Meow, Ryoki. I know, I can hear you, honey. Hold on just a second. Everybody can hear you. Right over there. Alright, so there's that one. Okay, come over here, Ryoki. It's Happy Caturday, Ryoki. Come here. Come here, honey. Come here, I'll pet you. You want to talk on the microphone? Come on, baby. I know Mom's doing stuff. Just cleaning. She's doing all that stuff. Yes, she is. I'll protect you. I'll protect you from the power tools. That's right. Get the drum. Oh, get that under the chin. Under the chin. Alright, so. Ryoki, what do you think of this? You don't care as long as you're getting pet, right? That's all you care about? Cats, right? Am I right, people? Alright. Right. Ooh, we're getting a lot of vacancies over here. I'm not too worried about that, per se. What I would like is if, this, one of the things that bugs me is that having the key wall in and having this special key wall, it would lead me to believe that you'd be able to walk along it. Because if you look, there are there is even a fence, a wall right here. So it's not like they can walk beyond it or over it, right? Oh, I can apparently. All right, so zoom in. I don't know why. Let's change up characters actually. We have to do an animal anyway. Bear, elephant, and bird. Let's go to bird. All right, so there is a wall here that would prevent people from walking through or off and down into the ledge. It would be nice if we were able to put in any kind of like fencing, right? Something like that, a bollards even, something along those lines to kind of keep them in. That would be nice too. I hated having to make all of these this fishing area very cramped. It was not purposefully done that way. It just kind of came out that way. So fly along here. Now that beeping is all the higher residential, even the stacked. If you put in the low, wow, look at this. What the heck kind of parking is this? Could you imagine parking your electric vehicle in this parking spot specifically? Well, I have the emergency brake on. Somebody needs to put a jack on the right side. I don't want it to fall over and flip again. Oh man, that's too funny. Look at this brickwork. I wish to see, that's one thing I would love to have the higher resolutions. I know it would kill. I know it would absolutely kill the frame rate, but man, it'd be nice. Considering in the front of it has what looks like the higher definition, right? But then you're looking back on this side. Oh, sorry, back on this side, it doesn't look remotely as good. But it's probably part of the lighting on that too. Let's be honest, right? So here, as we're going along the harbor area, which I'm honestly very strongly considering, and I wanted to ask you guys, now that I have a couple of people watching. So we do not own this area over here that I'm rotating around, right? The cutoff is right here for the border. If we bought this top part, not only will we have the rest of the river here to kind of contend with, and a new area that has what looks like farming and forestry, which I'm not really too concerned about. The biggest thing that I want access to is to the train line. What I was thinking was, and maybe I could be smart or not, or I'm not sure, we have the train line that comes in, right? We have access to it here, and it follows along here, goes up to the cargo hub. We have a cargo area this way, and then goes further out. Now this goes out to the rest of the map, and then down here we have a train access along with trees to dampen the sound down, and into a classic train terminal, right? So this is for pedestrians, the other one is for cargo. As much as I would like to, what I would like to do, or was thinking about doing, was buying this tile with the train line in it, running a train line down around in between here, and having cargo on one side of the track, and then further down, maybe 20 units, 30 units down, having the cargo hub. That way the farm and the harbor can both have access to train pathing, specifically for cargo out, for exporting of goods. Excuse me, I can talk today. And then the passengers can actually bring in, with the passenger rail line, can bring in other passengers here. And then the last part that I was thinking about doing would be putting in, maybe, I'm not sure if we want to do a tram line. I would think a tram line would probably be smarter. Or a trolley. Losing people. I am losing people, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I don't get it. I'm just being honest, authentic, and trying to build up and showing what I can do on console. So let's go ahead and continue building onto this, because we have a lot of residential demand. So let's go ahead and continue to build onto this. Actually, I said we are going to do that over this way. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Hey, Maxi Bloke! Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it considerably. So we're going to continue on to this. I think we're still in... Yeah, we're still in curved. Oh no, oh no. Okay, so let's try it like that maybe. Okay. There we go. Hey, excellent. Alright, Maxi Bloke and excellent. Thank you guys so much for still supporting me. I appreciate it. 20 weeks, man. You guys believe that? 20 weeks. It's an awful lot of time. 20 weeks. I don't think I want that to go all the way out like that. Alright, let's just work with this thus far. Just make sure that the water is good. Looks like our water sewage treatment we're going to have to kind of work with here in a bit. Let's go in. This. Where's it at, man? Come on. Hold on, let me try this. Get this before. Let's get in that before. Oh, now you won't. Okay. Didn't. Guess not. That was me having an argument that I was losing. Alright, let's grab... That's high... This is high density residential. And this is the... 20 weeks, you only make it sound like so much longer. Honestly, I don't know. Does it? Does it seem like we've been doing this for 20 weeks in a row now? It's kind of crazy, I think. It's kind of hard for me to believe. But I'm just the supposed talent. And I use talent very loosely. Very much. So, yeah, I'm just the talent here, man. I don't... The executives are the cats. They're the ones running the show. She comes in, screams at me, wants some pet. She gets her petting, and she gets, you know, all this stuff. I mean, you've been around a lot longer than these. You have, excellent. You have been around far, far, far longer than Caturday streams. Feels like 20 years. Thanks, Maxi Bloke. City provides smoke detectors for his residents free of charge. I love this city. Excellent has been around and part of the Sins Arcade community for quite a long time. Quite a long time indeed. What, 5, 6 years now? Excellent? Something like that? Good friends? Probably far longer than that. I don't know, we were all part of the Tracy Brothers community. And I had been building up my channel in the background because I had been wanting to showcase the Tracy Brothers games anyway. And I do not like this corner. What is up with this? What is up with them? Is it just jank I'm going to have to live with? What is... Whoa, that guy was leaning deep. Look at that. He was leaning right into that road. Let's see if we get another car to come up. I want to see that again. Leaning deep. Alright, I think this is a good shot right here. You were 20-year-old 3 weeks ago. Now you're 41. Wow, look at that. That is an insane curve right there. They're turning to the right, but yeah, everything's shifting over. I love it. Good stuff. I'm so glad that I made you feel way more... Fill your oats there, Maxi Bloke. Something like that on the arcade, but Tracy Brothers community, we've been friends for over a decade. Over a decade. And we've all been part of, or a good chunk of us have been part of the Tracy Brothers community for a very long time. Alright, so I know we said we're going to put a light here, but I don't think we need... I think we're going to do that for the highway, right? But if we have a light here, we don't need one here then. So let's get rid of that one. We're going to keep this on because this goes in the neighborhood. But what we are going to do is go here and make Tony Avenue a priority road. Oh, priority road. There we go. And what that does is that activates all of the stop signs on the other side. So now if you go look at it, it's activated the stop signs on the turn routes. So now these cars coming out have to stop before they pull out on here. It's just another way to control some more. I saw that too. Oh, rut-row, Raggy. That's not good. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. And so that should help there. And these will raise. These are low density, and I think that these are all still part of the same one, right? Didn't we be? What is it? It's supposed to be. What is this? Why is it everything cut out from right there? That doesn't make any sense. Why did I do that? Why would Sin do that? Why did I do that? That doesn't make any sense. Wait a second. Hold on. Hold on. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, it's doing that thing again with the campus. Alright, so what is this? This is a park? No, that's Radish Ranch. Why is it out right there? That's weird. I didn't put a park there either. That's weird. Fill your boots, Sin. Been watching videos from you since like those early days recordings of, if I recall Cyber Knight's Classic. Actually, yeah. Hold on, let me take a look here. What is my earliest stuff? Let's look back at that. Way back in the days of Sin. Way, way, way back. Views per page. Let's go there. 130. Come on. Let's look back. Look back. Keep going. Keep going. 150 of 176. 100. I've had 176 uploads. Okay, so so I had a couple of ones from some game called Crash and Burn Racing, which was like what was it? What was those games? Flat Out. Remember Flat Out games where you could crash at high speed, high velocity into traffic? Check your channel's videos. Clearly remember the ST2 Magista video. So yeah, that one. That I was gonna say. Then the Magista video. Then Terraria on Android. Very early, like way before the integration from PC with the PC content over. That one was kind of crazy. Then I did some question. People wanted me to do some stuff. So Speedboat Paradise, Truck Simulator, which is so weird to do on a phone. Bus Simulator 2015. Dead Trigger, Truck Simulator, Bus Simulator. Let's see here. Penguin Adventure, Modern Combat 5, and then I finally was able to start getting into Flat Out. Was cool though. Flat Out is a great series. Star Traders RPG Elite, and then Cyber Knights Elite. And what was that? That was back in 2015. That's when those released. Was 2015. June 19th was when I first published something for Star Traders. Wow, that thing has 30 comments. 9,235 views. Sorry about that. I'm all distracted. Sorry, guys. I apologize. I want to lose people out of that. So yeah, I've been doing this for a bit, just teeny tiny bit. All right, so Dead Trigger and MC5 were quite a ride for back in the day. Yeah, they're not bad games. Just not what I would call really good games though either. And I don't mean just because they're mobile games. That's not even remotely what I mean by that. I just don't think that they're good games. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know. I mean, if you don't have anything else to play, I guess. I don't know. My taste, just like anybody else's, change over time, right? It's really what it comes down to. Nothing is ever going to last forever. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at now. Now I know that in the Radish Ranch area we have the schools out, but I don't think we did that for because Real Crafters Harbor doesn't actually even have a district per se, right? You jumped around Games Fair a bit. Why did you settle? Why did you settle where I did? I haven't really settled though. That's just it. The reason why this channel had been floundering a bit is because I haven't really settled. It's an arcade. In my opinion, you should be coming here to view a number of different things. It should just be one thing or another. It should be any kind of thing that you would want to see out of that. Oh, you know what we could do? I don't think we have a landmark over here. Let's see here. That's the Mall of Moderation, Fountain of Life, Friendly Neighborhood Park. Look at that. Somebody's got to get moved out. The autosave is going to take this person out. Come on. Really? Wow. Well, honestly, the land value is much more important to me than it is to you. Now, we can actually kick back the harbor a bit. So here's what we are going to do. I think we kept this as European, right? So we are going to go pause. I'm going to go back into the district's painting zone. And why does it show 2? What is this? Is that a park area? Is that what I did? Did I put a park area down? What the? What? No, it's not a park area. What is it? A campus area? No. Is that the industrial? So what is... I'm really confused right now. That's for Radish Ranch. It's not this one. What kind of... Wait, just... See, there is one here. I see it right here. But, and if I can take some of that out. But, is it just a normal district? Oh, I bet it is, right? Yeah, there we go. It was a normal district. See, this is what I get for not paying close enough attention. I'm so sorry, guys. I confused myself there for a second. They weren't great, but they were fun, which is something most mobile games lack these days. And then Excellent said, Maxi Lordofsyn settled for Tracy Brothers games because they were top quality from cool devs. I did settle on the Tracy Brothers games because my intention for a while was always to show those games off and to be able to show other people those games. And they're not easy games to learn. So I figured if I could help people out in learning those games, then they would, they'd be able to gain more viewers. People would stick around longer. They would be able to, that was weird. Yeah, that threw me off for a bit. I was like, remember that we put the European on, per the request of Real Crafters. And I do like how these buildings look. I don't like the weird density between them, but it is what it is, right? Thankfully, we have the walking path around here. That's the next thing we can do here, I'm thinking, is maybe run the path through. I'm not entirely sure. Probably not. If anything, I could probably run one here. That way somebody has access. Kerbal and cities at the stapler point so that you've kind of settled. Only because at this point, I'm not really trying to chase. I'm interested in Kerbal and cities for 2 different reasons. Inside, for my brain and something. If I like doing it, then there's a very good chance that I figure somebody else might enjoy watching it too. And I could be wrong in that respect, but I mean that's the hope. That's my hope, right? And so City Skylines being as popular as it is in its own way, and I'm kind of trying to set some bar a little bit because I'm playing this on console, and most people who do Kerbal or City Skylines, for example, are only doing them from PC. I was originally going to do the same thing with Kerbal Space Program, but the PC that I have is very, very powerful, and I really want the best quality overall, and so it's better that I can utilize access to mods to make the game even prettier, get to learn Kerbal Space Program 1 on PC, because I plan on buying Kerbal Space Program 2 once it has gotten further into its roadmap, so that I have access to all of that there. I'm trying to basically get away from the PlayStation 4, just because it is now no longer technically supported by and large by Sony. There's no more games that are going to be released for it, and I don't really need to get a PlayStation 5 because the Basilisk, the PC that I have, is more than capable enough to do anything and everything that I would like it to do. And I still have so many other games. But at this point, the other reason to answer your question, Maxi Bloke, is that I feel comfortable enough with those games, with Kerbal Space Program, with Star Traders Frontiers, with City Skylines, that trying to create videos and learn the editing software that I'm currently working with, both through OBS and learning how I can better integrate OBS features into my streams, being able to utilize the PlayStation 4. I'm not getting rid of it anytime soon. Those games are still there. And if I do get eventually a PlayStation 5, I still have the capture card inside of the Basilisk that I can utilize for that too. But I'm digressing. Regardless, I still have a lot more content on there. Christy said she just got City Skylines because of my videos and it was on sale. Hey, now you get to go back and watch previous content. Excellent, excellent. Remember, I'm doing all of this on console without access to mods or anything else. So I have to make do with the limitations that console provides, and I appreciate the fact that it gave you some kind of inspiration and incentive to drop and get the game yourself. I can't wait to see the builds that the cities that you make, Christy. I hope you actually will share that with us. It's very interesting. It's very cool. And it looks way prettier. City Skylines looks way, way prettier on PC once you have access to those things. Johan Sandberg says, how do you make it so that it's not like millions of buses? Because with my City Skylines, it's like I had up to 1,000 buses out at the same time. Okay, that's a good question. First and foremost, I still haven't gotten the buses of 100%, right? I haven't. I just don't. But let's look here. I think these are all, let me reorder. Oh, let's reorder these by not line. Here we go. Wait, did we rename them? By stops, vehicles, passengers. Alright, hold on. By line. We'll just do line name. That works. So I'm going to come here. Let's go ahead and take a look at, this is AKA Wolfie Wolf bus line. It currently has 350 passengers. It's the purple line, using an articulated bus. So, oh, you only got it on PlayStation 4. Oh, all right. Well, if you need... Now, did you pick up any of the special editions on that, Christy? And did you pick up any DLC? Or are you just playing with the straight vanilla-only access? Yeah, my videos may actually be beneficial to you, because I'm going to continue to try to make cities, pre-recorded videos for cities, and continue building cities on PlayStation 4, because I have access to all those things. At Johan Sandberg, there are other types of transportation as well. You want people moving around without causing traffic havoc. You will want some more public transport. That's a good point. So let me just answer his question first, though. So I believe that we put the bus station right here. So we put a bus station over in this area since we were working in this area. And I'll go back over and show you the others in just a moment, Johan. But the reason I came here was so that we can look here. And if you look, this traffic, or this bus transport has the only vehicles that really have access in is down this pathway and down around here. These are bus-only lanes. And those are... I'm pretty sure that those bus-only lines are part of... I'll have to look up the expansion for that. It might be part of the base game now. So Gray Street, I can talk. They can come in and out of, and they can drive in on. But all the buses pretty much are the only ones that come into this area. And I made this one purposefully so that it would feed or have access to all these other ones. I think you just got one with upgrades. Can't focus right now. Okay, no, Christy, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to take you away. We can talk about that later. And if you joined my arcade, we can absolutely talk about that later. In fact, if nothing else, that gives me imperative to add a City Skylines channel, which I have not done so far. But let's follow this purple path, shall we? So to answer your question, Johan, I do have buses running all around. Let's see, where's this bus going? The purple line goes into here, into this bus station, I think. No, purple line is going to here. So this is the one of the stops as well. So first and foremost, you're going to want to have multiple stops or multiple stations if your budget can handle it. Second, you're going to want to have smaller routes that goes out into the smaller areas. So for example, this bus station, where did I just have it? Right here. So this bus station doesn't just service buses to and from all of the other bus depots. There are express buses for that, but it also services Hemlock Ore industrial area. It also services the amazing Braden Square, which is kind of the mixed density and mixed use area. This is commercial area, but it also has some residential around it too. And then Garland Oil Industries, which are all kind of built into it. So because of that, there are bus lines that run on each side, and then this bus depot also connects to this depot over here, right back where we were looking at this depot right here. But this is also an inner city bus depot, so this is getting other like this blue bus, I believe, might be one of them. Probably is an inner city bus, meaning is bringing and letting people go from other cities nearby that you don't have access to, or maybe that you did start yourself. But either way, they're not ones that you're currently playing, because you only play one city at a time, right? If you look back to our oldest portions of the city, let me see if I can pull those back up here, and let's look for bus station, right? There's a bus depot. There's a station right here. Oh no, this is the trolley station. So this one actually has the trolleys out. And notice that I do have mixed mass transit purposefully. Now, in this city, we don't have any subway, but it is something you want to consider as well. So for example, on this tram right now, there are 10 of 70 total passengers. And we can zoom in and try to watch as people continue on with it. The best way, Johan, is Maxi Bloke mentions. Let me take back and catch back up on chat. Sorry about that. Christy mentioned about getting Skylines because she saw it was on sale and because of my videos. Wait now for 8 seconds for live latency, so it dropped a lot of latency. How do you make? And Johan asked, how do you make it so that millions of buses? We were discussing. Playing on PlayStation is what drew me, bud. Oh, nice. Johan said, or Excellent told Johan there are other types of transportation as well, and if you want to move people around without causing a traffic havoc, you will likely want more public transport of different varied types. And you have to be mindful when you're placing those in. I want to add to that, by the way. You have to be very mindful of... wow, those things were overlapping each other. You have to be very mindful of your overall traffic, too. Thankfully, there are so many more roads, even in just vanilla now, that give you the opportunity and the access to think about that. Because we don't have access to add more lanes, right? Or to choose our lanes and have the lanes picked for us with like what you can do with mods. So for example, if I really wanted to push it and have these lanes come in at this four-way stop, which is such a wonky stop anyway, right? Like notice that bus just went through there and intersects the trolley path here, and you're going to want to have that synergy between the two, Johan, because that is going to help overall. So now, for example, this articulated bus has 45 of 80. It's almost half full. And I guarantee you some of the people who are riding this bus right now came from that trolley network behind. Um, and you're going to want mixes like that. You're going to want to add in subways, maybe. You're going to want to add in additional train networks if you live in maybe you want a more European build to a city. So you're going to want to probably lean on more residential trains and passenger train lines, and you have access to that too, right? You can do that. We just didn't add any additional train network in here yet. That was something that we had discussed, but we ended up putting in this, and all this is just a historic train station. Now, granted, it serviced 399 passengers last week, and it also allows intercity trains, so somebody coming from a neighboring city who wants to move to Hydra City can, and they can come in through this train line here, and then go and move out from there once they come in. The other thing that I'd like to say, regardless of what platform you're playing on, take your time. You don't have to rush at all. Look at this death wave. Holy cow. Sparks Funkalicious District. They had a lot of people who finished with all of their living, I think. Let me check something really quick, because that is suspicious. 175 births last week, with 65 deaths last week. There we go. That's the suspicious portion. So one of our cemeteries, we're only using half. The other one is already full. We've got to find the full one. So that one's emptying out, which that's why that one's not accessible, and this one's full. Got it. Alright, so maybe we need to add some more crematoriums. Although there is apparently, I don't know if it's an achievement if you have 7 full cemeteries. Maybe the unliving rise from the grave. Also known as Apple users, I think. That's what they're called, right? Is that fair? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, and this is too short, right? Oh, that's why. It goes into the park. Well, why do we even have a gate here then? That doesn't make any sense. Nobody's picking up trash at the Shovel Technical Campus, which is the next area we need to build onto. Lots of people are needed for work in Hickory Square, which is our forestry area. Although the Shiloh district has got a little bit of death issues, but nothing super bad. Was your building on fire again? Something on fire. The Rosie Gaming Plaza. Didn't we name this? Yeah, there's the Amazing Brazen Modern Art Museum. Although nobody really wants to go. Oh, I guess there's a lot of people. They are all about the spy network. That. Oh no. Oh no. Alright. So, I'm not sure if that answered your question succinctly, or probably not, definitely not succinctly, but I'm not sure if that answered your question, Johan, well enough. That's something that I can go into a little bit more depth on in future episodes, certainly, if I continue to be able to build a new city. Like I said, I don't know. City Skylines 2, once that starts launching, I'm getting it on PC. That's the only thing I want for my birthday this year. Is City Skylines 2 whenever it decides to launch. Because I think that it would be very nice to have the newest game on a more than capable device like the Basilisk, which can absolutely handle that. It has more than enough power, more than enough oomph. But I need to. Wow, that's a lot of traffic right there. Did you see that? That was crazy. All right, I need to take a bio break. I shall return momentarily. Thank you guys so much for being with me 20 weeks in a row now. Thank you guys for that. Today is the 20th Caturday on Sins Arcade. And, oh, by the way, I do need to point out, I apologize for yesterday's Kerbal video. I was busting my butt so much trying to edit that up. I've got the pre-edit done. All I need to do now is go back and add the commentary after the fact, which I don't normally do. Normally, I record the commentary like I'm doing right now as it's in situ, right? I'm doing it as I'm recording. And then sometimes I can drop that out and go back over, but I don't normally do the commentary way after the fact. Because I'm trying to do this workflow, and it's been really effective. The Star Traders Frontiers video did fairly decent this week. Because it was very highly edited, but all that commentary was in situ. It was not after the fact. Now, unfortunately, with Kerbal Space Program, which I think is a really good video overall, it's pretty funny, but I had to go back and record that commentary after the fact. And then yesterday we had a giant storm with tornado warnings and high wind and everything else, so we had to shut down the machines, and I was unable to get it out in enough time. And I apologize for the inconvenience of that. But thank you so much for your patience and your support, and I will be back here momentarily after the bio break. Thank you so much for your patience. All right, let's get into this. So, anything that you guys spotted while I was gone that needs to be addressed? We need to get these people in, or get some death care going, though. So, we're in the healthcare tab. Let's see. Do we need another cemetery? These guys, how are they doing? They have crematorium over this way. These guys don't, though. And I prefer cemetery or crematoriums over cemeteries, personally, myself. I don't. It's better just. Never mind. I don't want to be disrespectful or rude, but I personally think that it's just a waste of space burying people. Um, perspective. Alright, so maybe we could put... Yeah, I'll put one here. And why not? Just to even it up a bit. We'll put 2 crematoriums and a cemetery over here. And that should hopefully help quite a bit. These people won't like that too much, but it is what it is, right? Make them all random so we don't know what actually goes out. Could be the big super hearse. I want to see one of these flying... what is it? It's not the cop. I think it's the flying police. But it says it's a flying car. Not like it's weird. Let's take a look over at our overall views. As far as power is concerned, we are well into surplus. We don't even have to worry too much at all about power. Here, let me look over this way so at least I know what I'm speaking to, what I'm looking at as well. Alright, so we are 765 megawatts. Currently doing pretty decently as far as our water availability. Raised latency to 11.5, but the bitrate grid is 16 kilobits as well. I'm still showing a little over 20 kilobits, 20,000 kilobits per second. Here's 16,000. Alright, yeah. Let's see here. So, there's that. Fire safety. Looks fairly decent. Although out this way, we're going to have to put in some more fire control and fire protection because Roadcrafters Harbor is in definite fire danger. And looks like some parts of Highland... Remember, we only have this small fire depot over here. A fire tower. What is this one? Another small fire depot. So, yeah, I think that we're probably going to have to put in... I think it's probably a smart idea... What is this? This is the hospital, I believe. Yeah, that's the hospital. So, let's go ahead and throw in... Oops. 4-lane with bus lane. But the bus lane isn't... It's only technically for the service vehicles. It's not actually for buses. Let's go out that way. And actually, can I just cut this off? Yeah, that's not bad. I don't like how it digs into that, but that's because I didn't go in and really craft around the world itself, or carve out the topology. I can talk today. Let's go ahead and grab I want a decent fire station. So this is both the same here, just a different view. This is more European, and this is more, I guess, American, right? I'm not entirely sure. See here. No noise pollution, 0 pollution. What about how this big one? 95,000. Just the fire engine capacity. Oh, capacity. All right. I think if we can... Oh, that's a really large asset. That's right. Into that. 25 and 40 respectively, right? 6. And how much is this little thinky dinky for? 4 of them, that's why. The helicopters 3. We have the water right nearby. Higher capacity fire? I've never even seen this. Is new. I've never seen this one. How loud is that one though? Oh, look at the... Wow, that's really loud. So maybe... Oh, there's... Uh-oh. I didn't mean to cut this off from power. I'll fix that here momentarily. Maybe if... Just a shot in the dark here. Let's try that. Let's see if that makes any kind of a difference. And now if we have this here, let's grab the power lines. Now that I know that there's a distinct difference, let's grab this to here. And this to there. Like how it cinches it up. And now we technically don't need this. And that should power both of these here in just a moment. There we go. How is the water looking in this area? Really nice. We can clean this up real fast. I don't like doing this, you know. Oh, there we go. Connect to there. Guess not. Can I connect to this one? Yeah, I can. There we go. Alright, so there's that. And see if this might improve. Did you guys see a fire helicopter? I didn't see no fire helicopter. I know that we were looking at having to put in another advanced eco inland water treatment plant, which creates enough pollution in its own right, but we try to keep them on this side, try to keep most of the pollution to this side of Johann Sandberg Way, then that should help out there. And basically we're just trying to make sure that this doesn't get polluted, right? This water tower, which I may have to move anyway. I wasn't even sure about putting the water tower here. It was just a matter of a stopgap at the time for watering and powering the beginning stages of Radish Ranch. And is always open to change up an interpretation later on, right? Ultimately, that kind of makes this little, this little fire depot almost useless. But it doesn't hurt to have it. It's just the history of Radish Ranch at this point, having that there. But I kind of like that. That's not too shabby. I wish maybe we could fill it up a little bit better. I want to see a helicopter coming in. The other one, normally when you put these down, the other one is a longer asset, yeah. See? Now, like, we didn't really need that much fire protection, but still, it's an awful lot. How is this traffic going on over here? Yay, people are using the pathway. Look at that. I love it. We need to connect this up then. Hold on just a second. Let's grab the gravel path. Got to give them a reason to be able to connect here. That'll work. And then maybe what? Off of this one? Yeah, because there's a bike path here. How close can I get to the highway here? Is it that close? Maybe. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. I mean, I don't like it cut off like that, but it'll work. It's a process. It's getting there. And now that gives them more access. They don't have to just take this off of here. Let's see where this guy's going to go. And so this is Sterling Jackson. He is an attendant at the small crop field and resides at Daffodil Residence. Let's follow out where he's going. And he's just pedaling. He's pedaling like there's no tomorrow. Excellent said, gotta go eat dinner. I'll be back in a bit. Please don't nuke the city while I'm gone. I won't nuke the city this time, Excellent. I promise that's not happening. That was only a means to an end, a necessity, because there, man, I don't know what was going on with that landfill in Foreo Boreal. It was not fun. It happened. Mistakes were made. We're moving on. At least that's the idea. Hoping to move on. And he is biking for all his worth. So this pulls over here. I want to see where he goes from here. So he turns. Where's he going? So this probably doesn't need to be an industrial road. We could probably upgrade this now. Because there's bike pathways there, right? So let's go, this is what, 6 lanes? With tram tracks, this is without. Let's go here. So maybe on this side and this side. Then have it there. There. Actually, I think that might work. So now, do they actually move over? Oh no, they just disappeared. I just Thanos snapped those people out of existence. Oh no. Oh. Survive. You can do it, buddy. I believe in you. Willow Chapman. All right. No, Willow, where did you just go? I promise I did not do that on purpose. Oh no. Alright, so there's this light. How is this? See these little spider roundabout extensions for the highway? Because the highway goes under the ramp. This splits between the two, in fact. If you look, there you go. So you see the white and Blake tunnels, respectively. They're underground. They go under here, and they feed up into these. I don't think, technically, that traffic is doing too bad at all. What is this, an intercity bus? This is a bus and route. That's for bus line 14. This is a bus for bus line 11. 10 of 30 passengers, 30 of 30. Let's go ahead and follow this one. Speed time up a bit. Hope you guys are having a phenomenal Saturday out there, and I thank you so much for you taking the time to spend with me and all of us as we continue to work on this city. Notice we're not making a whole lot of money right now, but that's probably because there's some issues that I need to go back and fix, but I'm having fun building this stuff with you guys, and obviously the income just dramatically jumped. That's funny. Means I think we are on the right track as far as putting one of those another cargo or a freight line in. For the other areas, that might be beneficial. It might be a very smart idea to do. I'm not sure. We are going to see. Where is this bus going? Swimming pools and movie stars. Bus is currently boarding. Oh, so if I remember to put the mic back on and not keep it on mute, that'd be probably helpful. These bus lines, by the way, the cool thing about this, for example, say I want to look back at the bus line here, open up the transport routes, find the route that I'm on, because it'll start blinking, which is this one right here, bus line 14. I can open that up. And this is for people like Christy, for example, who recently got the game. And, pretty sure you can still do the buses on the normal without needing mass transit. You just get additional assets if you do. We get mass transit. And if you need help as to what the necessity or what might be necessary DLCs, we can have that discussion later on. Certainly. There are a few of them that I would say are almost, if you really want to have a kind of fun experience, the base game is not enough, and that's kind of the way Paradox and Colossal Order kind of designed it, right? That's their business model. The base game is almost never enough but there are, you don't necessarily need every single DLC. There are a few that are kind of really mandatory to help you make a productive city, but most of them are not absolutely necessary. I personally, I like to do a lot of detailing now, and so some of them have become more vital because if you build smart, you build slow, you build purposeful. Um, Meaning, for example, when you're zoning out areas, you don't zone a giant area. You're doing them in smaller select chunks, and going from there. And that can be quite nice to do and to help you build a good flow for your city or build it the way that you want it. One of the good things about these kinds of games is that you're not required to build any specific way, and outside of the scenarios. Wow, look at that. Where's this guy going? Where's he going? You're not required to build with any big, giant, specific ways, and you have a lot of options. The more DLCs that you have access to, well, of course, the more assets that you have access to a certain degree. Now, depending upon the platform that you're on, mod access will help you dramatically get even more versatility out of those assets and mods accordingly. Um, it is what it is. Where's this guy going? Responding to a call at the Glade residence. Oh, it's a big call because that's a hearse. The hearse beat the police there. What happened at the Glade residence? Maxi Bloke, do you know? Something happened, man. Maxi Bloke did mention another answer to Johan earlier that I somehow missed. I just barely saw it. He said, Johan, when you make a bus line, the length and potential passengers autofill a million buses. So as you add a line, pause and reduce the number of buses manually, and then slowly increase as you need more. Let me go into more depth as to what he's discussing at. So, for example, we were looking at bus 14. That bus line currently has, if you're looking at the highlighted one on screen now, it has 2 stops total. So this is just one of those express buses that goes between one bus stop to another. And because it only has those 2 stops, it's pretty heavy for having 111 passengers, right? So accordingly, if you look on the screen now, you're going to see that I've got the 38 at the bottom and the 3 highlighted. So at this bus stop right now, there are 3 people waiting, and there's this bus with 11 people that just picked up. There's another bus with 30, another bus with 30, another bus with 30, and I'm trying to get these maxed out as possible. That's really what it comes down to. Now, do I need to have 11 buses? No, but because they are kind of staggered out, and the way that you count that out is to come over here, back up to, there it is, up to here. Vehicle count modifier. Now, there's 2 things that go into play. This vehicle count modifier will determine how many vehicles are currently out and about. It's currently at 100%. You can set it all the way up to as high as 500%. And if you do, then you're going to watch as a bunch more buses down below start to fill up down here in these bus things, which we don't need to have that many, right, at all. So now they're going to pick up. Now I'm running at the normal speed, and we don't need even remotely that many, right, at all. So let's go back here and change that back down before I start getting swamped. Now, if we went under the fact, then we could probably get rid of a good chunk of these buses that are here. Let's just say we drop it down to 75%. Well, now that cancels a couple of these buses down here at the far end where this point is, and I can jump over to this main portion that is part of Highland District over at Radish Ranch, right? Or I can jump back over to the other stop, which is over here at Sunset Hills. So because that's an express route that runs just between those 2, that gives me some flexibility. And not all of your buses you're going to want to stop at every single stop. That's another thing that you're going to want to consider too. So for example, let's say that I go back here and I look at the lines that I've got. This is blue and red line. Yeah, okay. So what is this? This is the train line. Oh, never mind. Disregard that. Wait, what is that? Oh no, that is a subway. There is a subway in this ring. Alright, so there we go. So with the subways, it's fairly easy because the subway is just a tube that has the tracks running on down both sides, right? So technically, on this one, I didn't. But above it, if you notice, there is a bus line here. Now this bus line goes up and around. This is that red bus line. Here you go. It's an articulated bus. It's going to come up and around, and it probably had to stop over in this area, and there's going to be a stop most likely over this area. There's a bus stop right there. So, so this red bus now is probably going to stop there. This feeds into and through this subway system over here that these people are just getting out of. So now that people are coming out this way, you want as many people walking or bicycling as much as you possibly can. But then you want to utilize these as well. So now that bus just let off a bunch of people here. Those people from the bus walked all the way around, used the crosswalk, and are now going to the subway system itself. And then this bus stopped, picked up this person here, and is headed on. What do they have? 48 out of 80. So there's a lot more buses. The other way that you can do it is to go into the economy, and if you go down here, you're going to notice down on the bottom, this bottom on the left, this shows that we are not making any money from the buses whatsoever. What? That makes no sense. Our bus lines we're not charging anything? Why? I don't remember putting free money or free bus fare on, did I? Did I do that? No, free public transportation is not on. Why are the buses not showing anything? That is so weird. So it says that the only money that we're bringing in for our mass transit is from subway lines, which we're bringing in 1,028. I'm wondering if the game's ratcheting up a little bit, it's freaking out. So it's just putting all of it there. That's really odd. What is this? So 6,000 from farming, forestry, oil, and ore, respectively. Then our industries, the Radish Ranch is getting 7,630, and the unique warehouse is another 6,500. Maxi Bloke says, "Gotta go, Sin. Life got in the way. Have a great stream and the rest of your Saturday. Later chat." Maxi, I hope everything is okay. You have a pleasant and phenomenal weekend and evening, sir. Don't be a stranger. Be careful out there. Hopefully your family's okay. Have a happy and safe one. Thank you so much for watching and for your support, Maxi. Looking over here, we have our park areas, which are bringing in considerable amount of money. Organic and local produce doesn't bring in very much. Level 42 or low density commercial, 42,000. High density commercial, 31,000. 73,000 in our level 5. Most of our low residential density is level 5, and most of our height. So I mean, we're making a decent amount of money. We're not bringing in a lot of profit right at the moment. But it's, like I said, it could be a transportation issue, could be any number of issues there. Even though we're using $82,000 in policies, we're still making profit. So that's good. I don't understand what's going on with the mass transit numbers though. And I'm wondering if it's because once we get to a certain point, sometimes it screws up. It could be a number of different things, the way I built the city too. Let's take a look here at, where is it? There it is. How is this working? The one thing that I wish that the cargo train terminal would do is give you a lot more information and feedback. Like, it'd be nice to know how much of our export is actually going out there. There it is. Import and outport, outside connections. So currently we are importing 4,629 products, but we're exporting 9,200 or 9,327. So technically our income down by where it says 4.6 million, we should be bringing a lot more money on a weekly basis than we're bringing in now, especially with our exports like that. That's kind of crazy. That is very crazy. There's a lot of farming over there. What about over here? So of course shows all the farming exports. Any imports? Oh, these guys are getting goods here. Goods over there. So those are commercial areas, that's why. Yeah, Yeah, commercial areas, commercial areas. Well, these guys fish, so they're exporting fish. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Yeah, especially when we have 1,519 citizens per week. And the train, yeah, there's got to be something going on with that. Because the buses dramatically outweigh anybody riding the subways. The subways are only being used, sadly, by only like 154 people per week. If I'm reading that correctly. Look at this. So trams are 65. Well, we only have the one tram. It's not very big. That's one thing we probably should work on is more tram. There's the... Yeah, those are the... So 100 each way for the subway. Since we have a train line. I'm not sure what that is. Anyone missing a goat? Saw one wandering on the streets today. No, not goats. The goat? How's that clogging up over here? So that's not too shabby there. As far as the cars coming in, not clogging up too bad. They're going to clog over here, which means that I probably should have more exit routes. This looks like those guys all want to go around. Are they turning? Where are they going? Yeah, this is a train wreck. Wait right here. And with 4 lanes around. These guys turning, or are they... Where are you going, for example? You are farm truck delivering agricultural products to the small warehouse over here in Highland District. Oh wow, he's going quite a distance. Oh, he's going a heck of a drive there. One heck of a drive there. What was that guy? Where'd he go? He passed him up. I think it was this guy right here. Hey, he was, but he know. Oh, my bad. That's why I hit the right button, Sin. Come on. Get with it. Nope, not him. Nope, not him. Nope, not him. Which one was it? It's this guy, right? Come on. Nope, not him. Nope. Is he way further up here? No, he was not. Oh. There he is. There. That's the whole thing I was trying to do, was just to follow him. My goodness. Oh. Real Crafters, hey! Thank you so much for showing back up. I think you're going to be pretty happy with the harbor. Matter of fact, we're headed out that way right now. We're just following this farm truck. We just got cut off by a motorcyclist. You guys are cutting into each other. Come on. You guys can do this. I believe in you. I'm just curious as to how these cars interconnect. So, it's very interesting here to watch. As goods continue to pass through the different parts of the city. going around the curve over here, connecting back into the highway. I like the fact that it's kind of raised up a little bit. Highway overpass. Left and emerge. Boom! Thank goodness there are no car collisions, because that would have been bad. And now he's going to go under, going out to the third lane. And he's going to go under the ground, because the highway here in this portion is underground. But we're going to still be able to follow along with him. Goodness, there we go. Oh, he is going the distance. So he is still underground. I love those little assets that have all the, like the trash in the back. So there's our baconry truck. There's an autosave. Trying to keep a better track on him there. And there he goes. He just delivered. Oh, he's not done. Oh, where's he going? I love doing this where I'm following along with, and you can do this with any. You can do this with people, the Sims who live in your area. You can do this with other vehicles, especially when you have a supply network that you're kind of working on. It's good to watch and to track a lot of these vehicles and see how they're going. This guy and the extra, what is going on? That was funny. Alright, he's going to continue to drive down this road here. Maybe he's on his way back all the way over to the other farm district. I'm not entirely sure. We're going to find out right now. I don't want to look. It's kind of more exciting to watch as he continues further down. There we go. And turn right. Next to Flaming Ring and Yakisoba. I like how these different break up. Then you have a bookstore. It's like lower density residential. I don't know why I put a bus lane right here, bike lanes next to this. That's bad on my behalf. And I'm gonna connect that. He's back on the highway here, it looks like. The right lane. It's going back down. I bet you he's going all the way back over. That's pretty interesting to me. I mean, it's smaller things, right? It's kind of letting it go through. Let's go ahead and speed this up a bit. Where's he leaving? Oh, guess not. Comes into the city. I like how they all lean so far over. And then he turns. Back into this road. Fence, man. Surprised she's not out. Must be a happy kitty right now. Okay. Their little plants that they have in their front yard. Is that a path? That's a crazy driveway. Hold on a second. Look at that driveway. What is up with that? Are they both? They're both like that. I don't like both of those next to each other, but that's interesting. Look at that driveway. That is a heck of a driveway. There you go. We're still stuck in traffic here. Spurs is holding the line up because I decided to go with small roads there. I bet you that's exactly what he's doing. He's waiting on all this traffic that's caught up here to get through. Advertising for crypto. Oh no, what's this? Better electronics? You know what they say, if it's Morbin time. All the way over. Look at all those people waiting on the... Wow, that's a lot of people right there. Meow. I don't know where she went. She's gonna be right back, Ryoki. She will, I promise. She will. True story. Yes. Come here, you want some love? I will give you love, Ryoki. We'll give you some love, Ryoki. Come here. Yeah, come here. Come here. Come on. Rio, come here. No? Okay. Well, I offered. Don't say that I didn't offer. Now we're losing $5 grand. That's not good. We're gonna figure those things out. What, Ryoki? We may have to come in and change a lot of these, well, maybe we don't need Rockefeller Farms as much anymore. Truthfully, right? It could be part of a... We're not getting as much money out of Rockefeller Farms, or we need to cull back some of the area that we have near it. For example, like all this, this parkway, I'm not entirely sure how effective it's working, right? I don't know. Maybe it's getting there. Some kids are using the park, though, park assets, so that's always good. Yeah, I agree. That's what I was saying. Let's see here. Let me put one of those in. Put in a park restroom. Here as well. And do we have a chessboard? I don't think we have a chessboard. Oh, that's way too big an asset. Alright, so let's go to... Will. Okay, you know what? Actually, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Smithy Park bench right here. With the tree around it. I really like these. I think that's cool. It's not a fence there, is it? Did I put a fence there? Oh no, I didn't. I don't know, I like that. I think that's a pretty good asset. Right? Probably not the best part or placement for it, but it's not a bad asset. You can sit around, looks like it's got a little bit of it's just more just park bench style than it is anything else. Got all these people over here in a small parking lot, or playground, excuse me. Little pagodas. Wow, pagodas are really popular. Holy cow, that's cool. And then the restrooms, which I think are very important if you're going to have a park area. You probably need to have some restrooms built in. Right? Oh, there's the chessboard. Got it. Alright, that's not too shabby. What else do we have as far as assets? Put an amusement park sign right here. Yeah. I know. Yeah. But are you sure? That's an awful lot, yeah. So, how are we doing as far as the death wave is concerned? Funkalicious is still a lot of dead people there. Unhealthy people over here. How is this Panda Sanctuary? Drawing a lot of people. Look at those people in the Panda Sanctuary. They like their pandas. They like it quite a bit. All these people have pools. I can only imagine what their water bill is like. Sunset Hills. Lights. No, there's no lights here. Alright, so we're still dealing with a lot of request and demand for residential. So I think we could probably fill in this area really quick and do that. As I mentioned before, there are ways to control the residential going in. I do know we need a lot more high-density residentials. We have the high density here, right? Most of this is high density, and then this is low density here, but we need some more high density. So what we can do is, for example, we can leave this quad right here, this 2x2 out. We can go in here and go to a 3x4 or 4x4. Skip one. Go in and grab a 2x2, and then maybe another 3x3 here, because then we can do 2x2s over this way. Skip a line, 2x2, skip a line, 2x2, skip a line. These smaller bits will allow buildings to grow in. I know. Exactly. Will allow buildings to grow in. And get some smaller duplexes, so to speak, in. Basically considered like medium density zoning. Even though we're using the high density residential zoning, because of the way we only do, say, 2x2s, for example, on this one, and that's going to eventually become more closer to medium residential in the long run. Once you start growing in, then we can fill out the rest accordingly too. So now we skip one, and we can go here and do a 3x3. Skip one, do a 3x3. Skip one, do a 3x3. The reason why we're trying to skip at least one is so that we can put in, pathways if the game allows me to do so. Put those pathways in and get that rolling in too. So there's this. It's going to be a 2x2, 2x2, and 2x2 here. And maybe another area for some more commercial over this way. For example, you could probably do a 2x2, 2x2, skip one. I think that's probably a bad idea. Get those rolling in. And then you can also go in and add in your pathways. Once you hit a certain level, any of the pathways will work really, really well. But it could be beneficial to have, for example, like this. So now people can cross in from over here and get up to this other street. And having that connection there too. So maybe, for example, we can do that again over here. Let's get rid of the snap 2. And now we can go in here maybe, in. Trying to center it as best I can. Now, unfortunately, you can't have it that close, so if we go out this route, come up this way, again, trying to center it as much as possible, take as much time as you need. You can have those two connect there, and work overall, and then we can have one more maybe in this pathway here, center it out, come out as far as we can, and see if we can reconnect those together too. So now that gives some additional pathways between and around to reconnect those two streets accordingly, and get things rolling in. We're back up to 45,000 per week, so whatever fixed itself. That's the kind of income we should be getting on a weekly basis. It is what it is. When when I slow down on my growth, that's another thing that can be beneficial to help out too. Got that in. Small one here. In fact, we could probably just reconnect all that together. In fact, these can all be reconnected. And I can go in and fill the rest of these up. The other thing that I can do is go in and add in some low density residential in between these. Make them small little apartment complexes, so to speak. And that should help out some things too there. Pathway that goes up next to that, so I'm going to drop. I'll leave that one alone. Go over here and add these in. Oh no, that's Hey, Spark the Toaster Salesman! Thank you so much for showing up. Believe it, we got 20 weeks in a row. Isn't that kind of good? I think so. I appreciate your support too. So thank you so much for being part of that 20 weeks, Spark. We're just building on to Radic Ranch, trying to add in some more residential and commercial coverage. Getting some things out there. Sin, your mic is really hard to hear. Oh, my apologies. I didn't realize it was that difficult. Should be paying closer attention this way. Let's see. How about now? Is it still... Is that better at all? Thank you for letting me know. That kind of feedback is very important, so I appreciate that. Radish Ranch is doing somewhat okay. It's high density residential. So come back over here and look at this harbor. How are these, for example, how is this fish market? 17 of 33 workers. There still aren't enough workers per se, but we're selling enough fish. So that's a good sign. That is a good sign, I think, overall. How is this pulling? 23 visitors, 17 tourists for the birthday plaza. It's a tad better? Okay, good. I can hear the rain more than you. Is it raining? I didn't realize it was raining. It's not raining in game. I'm not even using dynamic weather. Oh, you're hearing the water from there. Okay, gotcha. Well, that was my fault for not speaking into the mic. Maybe I have the mic mode wrong. Hold on a second. How about now? Is that any better, or is that any louder, perhaps? You should turn your mic volume up, then turn the sound volume down. Well, the sound volume isn't as loud as you think. I wonder if that's the ambient. Let's bring that down to 42 as well. Main volume. Music is down. Chirpers all the way down. Interface. We'll try that and see if that makes it any better. Wait. Sorry. Wait, sorry. Wait, sorry for what? Meow. 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 I know, meow. That's why I was agreeing with you. My Minecraft sounds are on, you forgot. Oh, well, that explains a lot there. I'm like, it's not raining. What's going on? Right, these people are using these pathways. I like that. Okay, I'm trying to pay attention. I've got stuff going on too, Cat. There we go. There is the Ryaoki. Can you say hi? Can you meow into the microphone now? Because you were meowing just now. You want to press on the keyboard. That's not even the right keyboard, honey. That's the keyboard for the PlayStation, honey. What are you doing? You being a kitties? Are you being a kitty meow meows? Meow meow meow. Oh, look at this. There's some Parmesan. Would you like this? Look. Look. I have my Parmesan. I'm buying Parmesan. Look. I know you can smell it. Good girl. Oh, don't knock it off. There we go. Pretty kitty Ryaoki. So now that you've fixed the Minecraft sound, Spark, is it still too loud? Do I need to readjust the microphone at all? I did change the mode. I'm not sure if it's improved or not. I need some more feedback for that. But that's where we're sitting there. I think we could probably add there, reconnect that, and that will help bring some more connection here. Bring this street down. What about this one? Can I do the same thing with this? Let's go off of here into that, like that. No, wait a sec. Hold on. Alt name of the vid, Sin's cat bug Sin himself and steps on his controller. The microphone is better. You can hear fine. Okay, good. No, thank you for that feedback. I appreciate that considerably. So, that's good. This is good here. Those are all connected. I could probably drag another one right here, maybe? Nope. Oh, that'll go through. What about to that? Oh, come on, autosave. Hey, that worked. That worked. That worked. That worked. That worked. I like that. Okay, so then we could probably go in and... What do you mean mirror? He's just mirroring. Doing all the mirror. Yeah, we heard you. Alright, so that's reconnecting that portion there. That's going to be good there. These don't necessarily need that connection in just yet, but we can upgrade the rest of these now. So let's go ahead and do that really fast. Park path with decorations, I really like. Let's go ahead and do the upgrade there. And that should give people a little bit more reason to connect. Wow, she really means business. I don't know what she's upset about, but she means business. Are you're not teasing her, are you? Ah, all right. Well, that one won't be able to be upgraded, which is fine. Doesn't necessarily need to be upgraded. Do this here. And this one, and that, and this one here, there. I don't know, I just like them better. I think that the lighting is better on them. Okay, that one cannot be upgraded. Alright, so that gives a lot more walkability in the city, in town. Anyway, I'm a big sad I can't log into my Steam. What happened? What happened to your Steam account? Big sad. I'd be big sad if I couldn't log into my... Well, now that you say that, hold on a second. Let me make sure I can log into my Steam account. Let's see if it let me log in. Okay, let's click the Steam button. I don't like Big Sad at all. Big Sad is no fun. Bad. Not happy at all. It just won't let me log in. Do you think maybe you have potentially one of your, one of the keys is messing up on your keyboard and it's not letting you put the right password in, perhaps? The Entropy Center. That sounds pretty cool. The Entropy Center? Weekend deal 33% off. The Entropy Center is think in reverse, outside the impossible, or outsmart the impossible. A mind-bending first-person adventure where you solve ingenious and complex puzzles by rewinding objects through time. That's very intriguing. That's pretty cool. So I apologize, but I clearly can get in. You reinstalled Steam. Did you think maybe we were updating it and you stopped it? You can log in on Chrome. Okay, got it. Sometimes if you mess up or you interrupt it while it's in the middle of upgrading, that can sometimes screw that up. I've had that happen to me in the past. It can happen. The app just won't work. That's not a good sign. Do you have administrative access? Because that's honestly the only other thing that I could think of is that it has to be an administrative access thing. And I again, I could be wrong on that one. I don't know. I'm just speculating. So these buses are hauling. You're getting up there, buddy. I don't like these. What is up with this? Oh, these are apartments too, aren't they? What are these? Oh no, that's a store. These are all stores. What is up with that, dude? I don't even mind the garish colors, right? It's not even the garish colors that get me. It's these characters at the top. Like, you're gonna tell me you could fall asleep to that? Like, this should be the thumbnail. This should be the thumbnail. This is creepy. That is terrifying. That is nightmare fuel. That is not fun. There's your happy April Fool's Day right there. And the reason why people at Andy's bowling alley are doing so well is because this creepy face right here, this creepy clown. And unfortunately, this is one of the benefits of having the mods. If I had mod access on PC, then I could just get rid of that. You could fall asleep to that. Goofy little stores. You could fall asleep to that? Alright, well that's good. At least one of us could. I mean, I probably could too, but I mean, I'm not normally. That's just creepy though. Like, and here's the weird part. Who are these things for? Like, down here at the street level, do you think somebody is like, wow, look at that really big ice cream man. Wish I had some ice cream right now. It'd be really nice if I had some ice cream right now. But that's not what I'm getting out of that. Like, these Go Nuts, Go Nuts Donuts signs, they're cool, they're interesting, they add some animation, but in the long run, I don't know that they're, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Benefit, I guess, so to speak, of playing on, or lack thereof. I don't really know. All right, let's take these warehouses. So this has 0% full. We're just still wasting money on that one, even though there's people who are working there. 1% full. These are for the zoned industry goods. Wow, holy cow, traffic is super backed up. Alright, so I think it is time to see if we can upgrade this to a four-lane one-way. Four-lane highway with sound barriers, upgrade. I'm sure. Oh no, really? It's gonna tear that down? Dang it. Alright, we're gonna pause it. Is this also 4? These are 3. There we go. Alright. So let's go back over here. No clowns in this town. I'm sure there probably are, but I don't really care for them if we really didn't need to have them. Why is that put a post near it? That's a heck of a... So we'll come back out. Grab that. We're going to step that down just a bit more. Down, 1, down, 1, and then there we go. That's much better, especially for the people who are biking this path. Because, man, could you imagine how hectic that's going to be trying to... How bad is it? It's really deep over here, but I mean, there's no other way around it to be able to get these to connect. But those are all pedestrian and bike pathways, so... You know what? Hold on. There we go. I don't know why that one was the same. Really like the look of those, by the way. Those are pretty neat. Yeah, I like the way that that looks. Is that chain or no, it's metal fencing, so to speak, going in? I don't know. I like the way that it has the bracing underneath it. It's not my favorite one, especially for the overpasses. That one would be, if I remember correctly, it is the zoo with decoration. This one is neat, just simply because of the hanging topiary, so to speak, like the vines hanging down. So I think I'll leave it like that, and then it makes that makes it all wood. So it changes the fencing on it, so to speak, but because it adds this in, I think that it looks better overall. Any streams tomorrow? No, not at this point. There will not be any streams tomorrow. I had to finish the recent Kerbal episode series. Episode 4 is coming out later on today. That one got delayed just simply because of some technical issues, planning issues, storm yesterday, etc. There's a couple of different things that really knocked that back. As of right now, the only streams we have planned are going to be on Saturday for Caturday streams, like we're doing today. But there will be a Star Traders Frontier episode every Thursday and a Kerbal Space Program episode coming out every Friday. I'm trying to limit it back down, Spark, so that I can work on my editing skills. That's the predominant thing. These streams are more just for me hanging out with everybody and getting just a good feel overall. I like being able to hang out with you guys. I love being able to chill and help build this city together. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing a detailed city build for on episodes coming up. It just depends on if I can get ahead on my Star Traders Frontiers and Kerbal episodes. If I can get a couple of episodes in the pipeline and have those automatically set up, then that will free me up to start looking at a lot. I have so many other games. I have hundreds of other games that I could be covering small episodes or showcase episodes on. So it's just a matter of time, right? And I'm trying to work on getting my editing skills for the main episodes themselves better, because in the long run, a YouTube channel doesn't live and die by its streams. That's something that's more in the prevail of Twitch or a streaming service like that. And there's nothing wrong with streaming on YouTube. It's just not normal for its streams. I mean, for right now, I've been doing this stream now for 2 hours, right? A little over 2 hours. And in that 2 hours, I've only had 12 views with 3 concurrent viewers and 1 chat rate. Now, I know I'm a small channel, right? I'm absolutely a small channel, but how many other people or how many other content creators do you think that are actively streaming on YouTube at this very moment? Streaming games on YouTube at this very moment. How many of them do you think are doing that? So I should be standing out, right? In the long run, there's something that should be allowing me to stand out, and it's not. So YouTube is not known for its streams, it's known for being a video platform. And those pre-recorded videos are going to be the bread and butter. And in fact, that's pretty much what's going to get me to a monetization point, is going to be those episodes pre-recorded and pre-edited. I could get an editor, you're right, but here's the problem. I don't have the money for an editor, and it's better if I learn those steps myself, because that makes me a better overall producer of content, right? Ultimately, if I'm the one making them, then I have full creative control, and it's not that I'm handing my work off to somebody else and saying, okay, please fix it, make it entertaining, make it fun or something. If I don't know how to do those things, then I can't be a good judge for what other people do, right? Or what somebody does with my content. Whereas if I am the one doing that content, then, and I'm the one editing that content, then I have a better creative control over it overall. Plus, more importantly, why not learn an additional skill set, right? At least that's how I look at it. Can't walk the walk or can't talk the talk if I'm unwilling or unable to try to walk the walk. But I digress. That is 2 hours in the bucket, so to speak, today, guys. I know we did a lot of building. I did cover some of the stuff that I did off camera. We did add a lot more. Thankfully, we added that fire protection in, so these guys, that helicopter should be coming here now. I see it way over here. This helicopter right there. He's probably headed back over to this fire. So let's see if he shows up here. Looks like it. Looks like that's where he's headed, is this way. But this stream is on fire. No, just kidding. So I see where you're coming from. Yeah. So it's honestly, in my opinion, I would much have better control over it, and I get to make it however I want. See, the workflow that I'm working at is I do my recordings, and those are roughly 5-minute recordings constantly. So it's grabbing from theirs, and then from those, like say for example, my Kerbal Space Program. The episode that'll be coming out later on today. I just got to do the voiceover commentary for it. Once that's complete, then those videos are edited together, however they need to be. Right? They're edited out and together. Wow, look at how large this area is already. That is very, very pretty. We have grown quite a lot in this series, guys. Look at that. I love it. For now, I could probably still edit better than Sin, but to be honest, you're catching up very quickly, and I'm barely editing anything recently. So just for here you go, guys. You really want to help me out? Go check out my newest Star Traders Frontiers episode. Take a look at the editing perspective from there, and put a comment down in there. Let me know if you guys are enjoying that. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to make it entertaining. I'm not going to go out there. I'm not trying to do an emo boy or any of that crap. I'm just trying to make it something that's going to be entertaining comparatively for the game that I'm covering to make it worthwhile. The the Kerbal Space Program episode will be coming out later today, and like I said, that's already pre-edited, cut. Everything's done. The only thing I have to do is lay a commentary track over the top of that, and I apologize for it not coming out yesterday. It got delayed due to the reasons I explained earlier in the stream. But I thank everybody for showing up. I thank you all for your support. This is 20 weeks in, and well, I'll see you guys next week. I'm thinking about making a new thumbnail, so we have a change up for the next 20 episodes. But have a happy and safe day out there. If you have not already joined the Sins Arcade Discord, I believe there was a link that was provided earlier in the chat. I'm going to see if I can find that, and I'll repost it here. There it is. Let's grab that. Copy it and paste. If it does it, did it paste it? I don't think it did it? Oh, it did. Okay, yeah, it's there. It's there. I don't know why it's not showing up on the other thing, but there it is. None of the campus. Oh, we got to deal with this first. Have an administrative building. All right, so let's deal with that because we got to fix that. But otherwise, I'm not leaving just yet. Not leaving. Hold on, guys. We're gonna look here. This is the campus area. It says it does not have an administrative building, but tell me that says that there's already one built in there. Building already occupied. This is it. I'm pretty sure this is the administrative building, right? Trade School Administration Building. Correct. That's exactly what it says. So if we build that and put that over here, not in campus area. Demolish it. Pause time. Go back in. Trade School Administrative Building. Build there. Go back in. Grab the... No, wrong one. Grab the Trade School Path Network. Go here. Go here. Go back into the campus area. Go back to this. Is this now in a different area? No, it says it's all the same area. Sin, after stream, or am I going to be busy? Well, I have to eat. I think my girlfriend... Did you eat, honey? What did you eat, babe? Hold on a second. Let me mute. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I don't... Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what is going on there. Let's go back into this. Go back there. So it says that we have an administrative building. Tuition fees. Student capacity. We have more than enough student capacity. Academic works. 5 and 3 for the swimming team. I don't know. That's the only thing. I mean, I don't understand why it's still saying that there wasn't one. So, not entirely sure. Basketball arena, track and field, baseball, American football stadium, museum. All right, so maybe we fixed it because it's added 3-star. Messed up at one there? No, it looks like it's all good there on that side. We don't have the campus pulling back. Yeah, it's a trade school. Shovel technical. It's a trade school. So, they deal with the trades themselves. Renown. Campus attractiveness is well over what it needs to be. Students just slightly over. Academic work 7 of 8. So, we're currently in a renown status, which means we're not doing too bad. Campus building upkeep is 7 grand. Varsity sports expenses 15 grand. Academic staff costs 10 grand. Policy 7 grand. So we're spending 40 grand, but we're only bringing 12 grand in. That's why we have. I mean, we're losing money on the campus, but in the long run, that's okay. It's perfectly fine in my perspective. You know what? Let's deal with some IT and engineering and give them a grant. 50 grand. Didn't, I mean, we have 4.6 million. Might as well spend some money on it. And ultimately that may come out in the long run and be better. So the base chance for academic work creation is a 30% base chance with a 42% academic boost from our spending. Buildings are 0%. What are we missing? Trade school, library, IT, trade school, commencement office, academic statue. Do we not have a commencement office? Yes, we don't. Put the commencement office right there. And the statue there. What is that supposed to be? Oh. That's pretty neat. Y'all innovate in shovels and make better shovels. Yep. Yep. You should ask Shivel about that. That's at Shivel_YT, I think. Pretty sure, right? Yeah, something like that. Let's go here. _YT. But I digress. Yeah, let's go ahead and get back at it. We'll just remind me, guys, next week, and we will absolutely come back and follow back up on this. Just because I think that it's worthwhile to continue on with the campus overall. Let's see here. Can we drag this back around? Okay. What about this way? Nope. Right. You won't even let me come on. Whoa, okay. What about this way? Nope. What about this way? Yep. Alright, out and around. Will you go around? I guess that works. Yeah, that doesn't look too shabby. Doesn't look that bad. We can fill in a small park area in this way too. Maybe put in something else. But we're going to follow back up with that next week, guys. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Thank you so much for making Sin's Arcade one of your go-to spaces, especially for Saturdays. Thank you guys for being with me these last 20 weeks. Again, Star Traders Frontiers episodes on Thursdays, Kerbal Space Program episodes, on Fridays. I forgot we added this. I don't remember us buying this. We're going to have to build in this area too. I don't know, I must have accidentally hit this one. I don't recall buying this. We're going to dig into that too. And probably buy this square up here for the train route. But we're going to follow all that up in the following weeks. Have a happy and phenomenal safe one out there. Take care of your family. I love you all. And I will see you guys next Saturday. Well, I'll see you guys on Thursday and Friday for our episodes, but next Saturday. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Maybe leave an emoji if you don't feel like saying anything. The engagement helps. I know a lot of people say those things, but it really does, especially for small channels like myself. But 07, you guys have a happy and safe one. And I will be I will be looking throughout the arcade on Discord throughout the day. I usually am. So if you ever have any questions or some other things you'd like to add, the Discord is absolutely the after party place. I mean, I'd always be looking like I'm there, ready to talk, but that doesn't mean I'm not available to speak about or speak with. And you just simply chat. There's lots of other people besides myself inside the arcade too, so don't be a stranger. Have a happy and safe one, guys. 07.